What's up, guys? Got a cool build to show off. This will be available in the event tonight on my build page. This is a dual sub build, and I haven't done one of these for probably about a year and a half, but I had some of these dials, so I thought I should probably put something together. And I wanted to do a full silver build, so I did a little bit of a mix. So you've got your dial. So the dial is acid etched dial, and I lume filled it, and I added just a tinge of blue so that you could see some separation there between the brushed silver, which is the dial on top, and the etched out areas that are filled. So it's a little bit of blue gray kind of filling in there. Did a set of polished paddle hands, did a polished 110 case, and with a milled one-piece diver style bezel that is both matte finish and polished. Then anchor engraved crown. Did a shark mesh hybrid band on it. This is brushed on the outside, polished on the inside, with a brushed engraved sub on here. Then I did a solid brushed caseback with my logo on it. So kind of getting away a little bit from the other items in the event. We've got, something with blue, something with green, something with orange. So thought I needed to do something with some black in it, but the one that has orange had some black in it. So I thought, let's just do a full silver build. Those always kind of look classy. That blue that I mixed is a UV blue, so it only reacts with UV light, but it does have some standard lume in it too that is, that essentially the same color that it's here. Like whenever you get normal lume on there, it has that kind of like milky white kind of color to it. So you can see that they're there, but it does retain it better in the dark. But it was actually added more to give it some separation in the look so that you can easily read the subs in water. So that is the build. So if it's going out to you, congrats on picking this up. I think this looks pretty awesome. You will want to be using your, you'll want to keep your microfiber on hand because this fingerprint's so easy on this polished case and throughout on here. That's the build. Bezel on here is super tight. You can turn it left, you can turn it right. These are not click style bezels. These are tension ring bezels, and this is on there super tight. I put a little bit of a bend into the tension ring before I snapped it in. So it is gripping it very tightly, so it should not move on you unless you want it to move. Automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder, but if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it just a little bit so that will be mixed with your rotor movement and keep time throughout the day. How you do that is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. You'll see a little bit of play as well. At that point you can wind, and a wind is a turn that way. Turning it back towards you doesn't do anything, but it's a lot easier to just go back and forth than this movement. I always seem to start threading them on. This does help you with this crown guard to kind of keep your fingers out here. So if you do this for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, even if you're not very active, you'll keep time throughout the day. And if you do it for something closer to 20 seconds, you're going to max out that 31-hour power reserve on it. You cannot overwind it, so don't worry about that. When you are good with your winding, you'll pull it to the one and only click to set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You'll also notice you've got a wobble crown. That deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement, so when you're pushing and prying on it, you are not putting any adverse pressure on that movement. Okay, Google, what time is it?
It's 2:36 p.m.
2:36 p.m. Cool. When you're good, you'll push it over, get it out of that time setting, and then wind it down. That is your build. As with every build, it's going to come with matching beads. You did a couple different, little bit of style in there, a little bit of dark, a little bit of light. This will come in because I don't have silver, I've just got like a distressed silvery black dual sub box. Will come with watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts. So this watch as a whole, non-streaking, non-toxic, non-residue. And you will also have some fine scratch remover. This is, you won't get this one. This one actually needs filled. So I'll set this off to the side. But this is a Polywatch. It's basically like Polywatch. This is Novus 2 from Amazon, just repackaged. So you will, if you ever get a scratch in your glass, put a tiny bit of this on it and buff it out using your included microfiber. If the scratch is up and down, you will go left and right with that. I'm going to decline this phone call while I'm still doing this. So if the scratch is up and down, go left and right, filling that scratch, haze it, and then polish it out, and you should no longer have that. If you do still have that scratch, wait a little bit, make sure that solidifies on there so you're not pulling out what you filled in. 15-20 minutes, add a little bit more. A little bit will go a long way, and then fill it back in and haze it back out and buff it out, and it should be gone. If you would ever scratch your polished case, you're going to need something like, oh, they're going to call me again. And I can't think of the name of what you need. It's the polishing cloths that you use for buffing out that stuff. No, they come in a can. Actually, let's see. I have the can right here. Cape Cod cloths. So if you need that, grab a Cape Cod cloth and you should be able to buff it right out. And that's it. If this person keeps calling me back, so end of the video anyway. So if it's going out to you, thank you so much for your support. If you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe, as I put them up all the time. Thanks.